the book of Revelations 1 and 3, and it reads, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises that's due to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha'Rikakwadash. So next double honors to the elder bishops, elder apostles, and the men on down at GMS that do well. Shalom to you, beloved Akim, and shalom to you, few sincere sisters, okay? Book of Revelations 1 and 3, one more time, and it reads, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." Okay, the time is at hand, guys. Blessed is he that readeth. Okay, you have to read, study to show thyself approved unto the Heavenly Father. If not, you're going to continue to be in a matrix, and you're going to continue to be caught up in the falsified religions of the world. Okay, so Christianity is white supremacy. Okay, let's just throw it out there. Let's just get that established. Okay, Christianity is white supremacy. It is what it is. Okay, it was built off atrocity, slavery, and white supremacy. Period, point blank. Okay, it is what it is. So the reason why I'm about to bring this lesson out is because I see a lot of black Christians is suffering and having a hard time coping with their faith, because they are realizing that a lot of what's been transpiring over the course of the last week or so, where they see a lot of neo-Nazis and white nationalists and people outside, white supremacists outside screaming "white man fight back" with Christian flags and all that, and with that say Jesus Christ on it and all that. They realizing that they share the same God with the people who hate them. Okay, they share the same God with the people who's literally who's been just hating them since we've been in this place. Okay, it doesn't make any logical sense for us to share the same God with Esau, Edom. You can't share. It just don't make no logical sense. Okay, they're showing you their hatred for you, and they worship the same God as you, which is a false God. It's a false religion for one, and it's a false God. So I'm seeing a lot of black Christians having a hard time coping with their faith because it's a false faith. Okay, we've been trying to tell y'all this for years at this point. Salakia. Okay, so we know that it's not a real religion. Well, because for one, they worship false visualizations of the Messiah, which is not the real visualizations. They whitewashed everybody in the books, everybody in the Holy Bible. Okay, the Heavenly Father, the Messiah, the apostles, and the prophets. Okay, they whitewashed them all, and these are the images they worship. So even if you're in a quote-unquote black church, that's the God they worship, man. It's just that simple. Now, and it's false. The scriptures tell us to worship the Lord in spirit and in truth, and the scriptures also tell us he that worship the Messiah on the way that the scriptures depicts him, out of his belly will flow living waters. Let's keep going, though. Let's go ahead and grab some more, because I don't make this quick as possible. Okay? I just want to make this as quick as possible. Okay? And I don't want this lesson be edifying and exhortating to the hopeful elect. Okay? And Salakia family, I know a lot of y'all know this by now, but you'd be surprised how many people just don't know this stuff and they're still stuck in the matrix. Okay? Let's go ahead and grab this. It's the book of Exodus 20 and 3, and it reads, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." What does that mean? That means you shouldn't be worshiping all these false entities that doesn't have anything to do with the scriptures. Okay? Period, point blank. At all. Okay? One more time for the dummies in the back. Exodus 20 and 3, and it reads, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Okay? So Jesus Christ is a false God. Okay? Jesus Christ is a false entity. That's not the Messiah. That's not how the scriptures depict the Messiah. He's an idol. It's a false God. And this is the God they worship in Christianity. Period. White church, black church is all Christianity. And this is the God they worship. Let's keep going. Okay? It's just that simple. And again, I'm only bringing this out because I'm seeing a lot of videos surface where a lot of quote unquote black Christians is having a hard time. Now, I'm not talking about the coons. I'm not talking about the Uncle Ruckuses and the Ku Klux Keishas. I'm talking about people who's sincere and try and have a zeal of the Most High, but unfortunately not according to knowledge. Now, let's get this. This is the book of Revelation. Revelation 1 and 14 through 15, and it reads, "His head and his hairs were white like wool." Wool. Yeah. Like that. That's woolly texture. Okay? "As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire." 15, "And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in the furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters." Okay, so we just read a description of the Messiah. Okay, it just described him as a black man with woolly hair, with his hair was white as snow, woolly texture, and it said that his feet was like fine brass, as if it burned in a furnace. And that your feet is the same color as the rest of your skin. So we just read it. Okay, the Messiah is and was a black man, and they don't worship the Messiah according to the scriptures in Christianity. Period, point blank. Let's keep going now. Okay, they just don't. So this is why a lot of quote unquote black Christians is having a hard time, because they starting to find out the hard way that they're worshiping the devil. They're worshiping Satan. Okay, you got a whole crowd. White man fight back. White man fight against who? Against your own people. Nobody's attacking you. Nobody's coming after you. Y'all literally run the earth. Y'all in rulership. Who are y'all fighting back against? Nobody's oppressing you. Nobody's coming after you. Okay, so who are you fighting back against? Your own people? Because that's literally what you're doing. This is Satan literally fighting against Satan. Now, let's keep going. Now, this is the book of Job. One of my favorite. It's been a while since I brought it out, but I must be allowed to bring it out now. It's the book of Job, 9:24. And it reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Esau, Edom. Is he not in control over the earth? Yes, he is. Keep going. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. And he definitely did that, okay? He took the Messiah and painted a white man over that, okay? He put a white man over the Heavenly Father, the angels, the prophets, the apostles, and that's what he did. And that's what they worship in Christianity and Catholicism. Yes, it's false. And this is why, once again, quote-unquote, black Christians is having a hard time coping with their faith and have to have a reevaluation of what they believe in, okay? Because the reason why you're having a hard time with it is because you have a false faith, okay? You have to come out of it and search the Heavenly Father with your whole heart, your whole mind, your whole being, your whole soul. And if you don't do that, then you're going to continue to be stuck in the matrix. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, okay? Because this is not supposed to be a long one, okay? Salakia family, because I know you guys, I know us that's in the know this, but again, you got to do it for people who may be new to the truth. And maybe just stumble across your video, because you'd be surprised, man. A lot of people just still don't know this stuff. Now, let's keep going. This is the book of John 4:24, and it reads, the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And they don't do that in those churches, okay? Because they worship the falsified imagery and falsified visualizations of the Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son. It's just that simple. Okay, it is what it is, man. And this is why the Lord is not on them, not dealing with that. Now, let me go ahead and grab this. And even if you and again, even if you say, oh no, we don't focus on race, we don't focus on color, it's that there. Well, the scriptures say, and I'm roughly just paraphrasing it. He that worship me as the scriptures has said, out of his belly will be living waters. Let's keep going, man. Okay, let's keep it going. Okay, I want to grab these as quickly as possible. This ain't about to be nothing long. Bear with me, Israel. Okay, this is the book of 1 Maccabees. Okay, 3:48, and it reads, and laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Okay, so they laid open the book of the law. What's the book of the law? The Holy Bible, the scriptures. Okay, and they painted their own images over the biblical figures, okay? Well, again, the Heavenly Father, the Messiah, the angels, and the apostles and prophets, okay? We just read it. We read it in Job 9:24, and we just read it in Maccabees, okay? So the Lord doubled down on that, okay? As we know, guys, and we know this stuff, but we still got some wacky tackies that just love their oppressor so much they just don't care. They just don't care, and this is why the Spirit of the Lord ain't dealing with them, and this is why the Lord is eventually just going to wipe them. It's only a matter of time before the Lord wipe them out, okay? But the people that's sincere within that walk, the Lord is going to eventually wake them up and get them out of there. Now, let's go ahead and grab a few more, because I don't want to make this thing long, okay? We know this by now, but I wanted to bring it out just for some edification, obviously. Okay, this is the book of Acts 7:48 through 49. It reads, howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet, 49, heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, saith the Lord? Or what is the place of my rest? So there you go, man. The Spirit of the Lord is not in no churches. The Spirit of the Lord is not in one single church out there in the world, okay? Because we just read, his Spirit do not dwell in temples made with hands. Let's keep it going, guys. It's just that simple. So when you're going up in those churches, guess what? The Spirit of the Lord ain't in there. The Spirit of the Lord ain't in there. And when people doing all that shucking and jiving, dancing and falling all out and doing all that stupid buffoonery, all that madness, listen, that's witchcraft, that's sorcery, because that definitely ain't the Spirit of the Lord. And we just read it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, guys. Let's go ahead and grab one more and shut this thing down, because once again, it ain't meant to be nothing long, just a quick hitter. Okay? And I don't want our desires to be edifying and exhortating to somebody, man. Now, let's get some more Maccabees and close out. This is the book of 1 Maccabees 1:11. And it reads, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So there you go, guys. So we just read that a lot of these 501c3 pastors that's in these churches have made a covenant with the heathen, and not just them. Anybody that's not teaching and preaching this truth in the names of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, they have made a covenant with the heathen, okay, which is Esau, Edom, because he's the one that's in rulership. Okay, so they're not telling you the truth according to the scriptures. If they're not bringing up this truth and giving you the true names of the Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son, which is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, they have made a covenant with the heathen. It's just that simple, okay? Now, let's read it one more time and close out. It's the book of 1 Maccabees 1:11, and it reads, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So there you go, guys. We just read it. We just got it. Okay, so if you are not seeking the Heavenly Father, okay, and His only begotten Son, with all your mind, heart, soul, body, being, and spirit, listen, the Lord's going to continue to let you be blinded, and you're going to be stuck in the matrix, and it's only a matter of time before He wipe you out, okay? So I hope this lesson was edifying and exhortating. I'm going to shut this one down and give all praise unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, shalom to the next one. Shalom.